Good morning and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope we're all doing really well. I feel a little bit stressed, not gonna lie. Yesterday, I wish I'd filmed it now, but it was one of them jobs where I was like, this job needs doing and it needs doing urgently and there's no time to be faffing about filming it. Satisfaction that I feel from a massive loft clear out is unbelievable. That loft, I'm surprised that the ceilings have not caved in with the amount of shit that was up there. It was bad. And what I would do is every couple of months I'd have a clear out of my wardrobe and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to put all that on Vinted. I'd put some of it on Vinted, bag it all up, chuck it in the loft. Some of it was on, some of it wasn't. None of it sold. Like, it was just up there. Like, there was nowhere to stand in the loft. And the actual space of the loft, there's so much space, but you couldn't stand anywhere because it was just full of crap. Mum had Ronnie for us for a few hours yesterday so that we could just literally blitz it. I nearly cried a few times at how overwhelming it was. There was just so much stuff, and Stefan was up there, he was just throwing it all down. He was like, we'll deal with it. And I was like, oh, covered in clothes and shit. I've just been to the tip. I've got rid of so much stuff. It was a bit embarrassing though, because some of the stuff I hadn't bagged up. It was just like in, like birthday bags. There was like a pair of Stefan's crusty shoes on top, but Ronnie was screaming and crying, and the staff were like coming over like, do you need any help? I was like, oh god. I was like, I'm really sorry, I've not split this bag up. And he was like, it's fine, we'll do it, but I don't know what's in there, so it could be quite embarrassing. But anyway, we'll not be going back to that tip anytime soon. But next job of the day is the food shop. It is currently 10 to 10. Aldi is open. I'm gonna try and keep him distracted with snacks and bananas, and he's a bit upset. He didn't like being sat in the car at the tip. It was a little bit dramatic, I'm not gonna lie, but he is my son, so what can I expect? So I thought we could spend the day together. So first job of the day done. I wasn't going to film at the tip. That was too much. Let's go into Aldi.
Dear customers, we are opening till number 5 for you. Please begin to unload your shopping.
Oh, look at them tears.
Store assistant required.
Yum. Who's been a good boy today? Ronnie?
Duck.
He's stuck. Oh no, he's stuck. Have you been a good boy?
A duck.
You've been such a good boy today.
A duck.
I did only bring one bag though, so we've had to handball everything into the car, which is not great. Oh, crash. That was actually painless. It wasn't too bad. Sometimes he's a really good boy when we're shopping, and then other times he absolutely hates it, or he tries to get out the trolley and stuff like that. But he's a really good boy today. I've just pulled up at the gym, and this is where I sit and do all my, well, I was going to say life admin, but I actually really just text people back. If you are a friend of mine, you'll know I'm the worst person in the world for replying. It's like 3 to 5 business days. It's really bad. It genuinely isn't because I'm ignorant, or my mum's text me, I usually text her back pretty sharpish. But sometimes if I've got like, if a friend's text me, I like to sit and digest what they've said and then reply properly, rather than just a half-assed, like just a quick couple of words. As a consequence, it can go hours and hours before I've replied, because I very rarely go on my phone in front of Ronnie, and when I do, he doesn't like it because he isn't getting the attention that he needs and he deserves. So I don't sit scrolling on my phone when I'm sat with him, sit texting back. That's not like a black and white rule. I usually get to the gym, if I've got like a TikTok that I want to upload, sometimes I sit here and edit on my phone for a little bit, or sometimes what I'll do is I'll do it on the treadmill, so I'm like still moving my body, doing something productive as well. So all the food shops away, I've had breakfast, I just had 2 Weetabix and a protein shake, you know me. I won't be filming in the gym today because I'm literally just going on the treadmill, and I might do some abs. I'm trying to introduce a bit more cardio. I'm in like a bit of a limbo stage at the minute with my nutrition and training. I've not got a full structure that I'm following. I just want to keep as much muscle as possible whilst trying to trim down just a little bit. So I'm still eating really well, but also introducing more cardio, because I was just weight training and not doing any cardio. And then I was noticing just little things, like I was noticing little things about myself where I was like, I'm not 100% happy with that, but I know how to change it. Not restricting myself at all really, just picking up the cardio. It has been quite the week. It really has. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just making myself a lemon sip. I've not long since got over a cough cold. It's come back with a vengeance. Ronnie started he was a bit under the weather at the end of last week. Inevitably, I then got it. I'm just making myself a lemon sip. And in that lemon sip, I'm going to put some Cavonia. I don't recommend, don't do this at home, but I'm going to put a Halls cough thing in it. It is now Saturday. I was hoping that we would all feel better. Ronnie's missed football this morning. But anyway, yeah, still in high spirits. I've also got toothache. I didn't want to make this a negative thing, but I think I've got like a receding gum or something, but I am booked in the dentist, but not for about 6 weeks. So I'm just going to have to put up with that. I finished watching It Ends With Us this morning. Started watching it the other day when I weren't well. Such a good film. Really, really, really recommend it. Even if you've not read the book. I feel like because I'd read the book, I'd sort of... Like, the book's better than the film. There's so much more detail in the book. There's things that happen in the book that don't happen in the film. And as soon as the film started, I was so emotional because I thought, I know the characters. Stefan's home from work, so we've just gone for a walk with Charlie to get some fresh air. And it's a gorgeous day. It's a bit crisp. The sun's out. Ronnie's still coughing his little guts up, but he'll be ready for a sleep as soon as we get in. This way we walk around near where we live. It's like where all rich people must live because our houses are huge. So we walk around here manifesting our dream home. I'm just getting ready to leave the house. It is Sunday, but it's the following Sunday. Well, I've got ready this morning, and do you ever do that thing where like you get ready and then like there's just something not right? Something about my face just isn't right. But speaking of which, actually, I might as well just tell you this while we're on the subject of my face. If you've followed me for a while or you know me personally, you'll know that obviously I'm 30 now, but for the last, and this is a bit sad actually, 12 years I've been getting filler. This is by no means me promoting aesthetics or anything to especially anybody underage. I think we live in this world now where, I mean, it is so easily accessible. What I will say is, when you are 18, 19, even in your early 20s, your face is still constantly changing. And not only that, the way you look at yourself changes so much. Obviously, a big part of the way we feel about ourselves goes from the way we look. But back to my original point. So I've spent a big part of my life, nearly half of my life, putting filler into my face. But I've done my fair share, and I'm not proud of it. But I've got this obsession now. I've had a realisation. I had under eye filler years ago. Absolutely did not need it, and I'm not sure what I was looking at that made me think that I needed under eye filler. Because I was unhappy within myself, I'd find external things that I could do that would give me a tiny bit of instant gratification and would be so excited, and then I'd have it done. The novelty wears off, and it's in this area here where it hasn't broke down, and I feel like it's getting worse. It's not, it's just because I've noticed it more, and now I'm noticing it all the time. So what we're going to do is dissolve it in tiny doses, because what happens when you dissolve filler, it dissolves your own natural tissues as well. I don't want to end up where I feel like I need to put something back in. That's the risk you take as well with taking away any natural tissues you have got. Then you've got another problem. So going back to 10, 12 years, I mean, even if I'd have said to myself, I probably still wouldn't have listened, but knowing what I know now, like, you feel like you're eradicating a problem by putting a bit of filler in or doing whatever. But then 10 years down the line, you've created another problem. And so it just snowballs from there. So you're constantly doing something. Like, I just wish I could shake myself instead. Just leave yourself alone. Play with makeup a bit more. Do a bit more skincare and shit. Just do something else and stop focusing on things that are just so totally not a problem. Like, once it starts, it's hard to stop. But Laura, who I work with now, she's just going to do just tiny bits, just try and get rid of it, but still look like me. I don't want to end up looking worse, because at the minute I just feel like my face is just very full. I don't know. Anyway, we're going shopping now. I just want to quickly talk you through Ronnie's lovely little outfit today. We've got his shoes. They're from M&S. The pants, the socks just ignore because you're not supposed to be able to see them. The pants, I think, were from like a 5-pack from Next. This jacket is absolutely gorgeous. This jacket is like a wax jacket. It's stunning. I love it. Let's see your jacket. Let's have a look. So nice. That's from Sainsbury's. Obviously the hoodie I've shown you, that's from H&M. Shouldn't be touching the oven, sir.
No, 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 no.
Oh, he's moody. And then the hat's from H&M. Right, we're going now. Okay, huge meal prep underwear. I do actually get really overwhelmed by this job, and I don't do it every single week. But every single week when I've not done it, I really regret not doing it, because this literally saves so much time, and it literally took me about an hour to do this. Maybe not even that. So the first meal was slow cooker pulled barbecue chicken with rice and veg. So obviously I turned on the slow cooker, chopped up an onion and threw in the chicken breast. Obviously I was being super duper lazy. I really should have cut off all the little fatty bits, but obviously I didn't. Next I added some paprika and some garlic powder and a chicken stock cube. Then I added some barbecue sauce. Upon reflection, I don't think I put enough in. I would definitely put a little bit more in. It didn't taste very barbecuey, but it was still nice. I left that on low for about 4 to 5 hours, and then once I took it out, I shredded all the chicken. It was so nice. I just did some broccoli and some baby sweet corn with it and some rice. Next, I moved on to a cold option, because obviously Stefan hasn't always got somewhere where he can warm food up when he's in people's houses. So here I'm doing tuna pasta. The reason I'm doing this is because I was literally making those chicken wraps every single day, and don't get me wrong, I absolutely love a chicken wrap, but there's only so many chicken wraps that one girl can eat. So this is why I'm just trying something a little bit different, and it really, really worked. So 5 tins of tuna. I added half a tin of the big sweet corn. Here I chopped up some spring onion, lots and lots of mayo, because I do not want a dry tuna pasta, thank you very much. Give it a good mix. Then I squeezed in some lemon and covered myself in it as well, so that was cute. I just did one whole lemon, and it actually did keep it dead fresh. I then chopped up some spinach and I added that, and that really added to the freshness as well. Like, obviously I kept it in the fridge for most of the week, and it did just keep it really, really fresh. I did also add a little bit more spring onion, because I absolutely bloody love onion. Anyway, I covered that in cling film and left it to one side, because once the pasta would be done, obviously I would just mix it all together once the pasta's cooled down. Next, moving on to honey garlic chicken thighs, and I did this with couscous. Oh my god, this was so nice, and it was very, very simple. Again, I feel like I didn't use enough ingredients, like, because I was doing huge portions. I don't know, I feel like the taste wasn't as tasty as it could be, but it was basically just honey, soy sauce, and garlic. Just wish I'd used a bit more. Anyway, I then did some roasted veg. So I chopped up a pepper, courgette and some red onion, and then I sprinkled it with some olive oil, and then I put it in the oven. But fun fact, my dad called round for a brew in the meantime, and I forgot I'd left the oven on, so this veg got absolutely obliterated, and we didn't end up eating it because it looked like charcoal. But it would have been nice had it have not been left in the oven for too long. So I can't even remember what I ended up doing with it. I think I might have just put like broccoli with the chicken thighs, and rice, but mash would have been a nice replacement for rice as well. I've left my camera at home because I'll be honest, I wasn't sure I was going to be filming this at all this afternoon. I find it really, really like draining and difficult. Depending on Ronnie's mood, it's really hard. And when we got home from food shopping, which was, oh my god, so like at the beginning of this vlog when I did the food shop last week with him, he was great, like absolutely fantastic. This week, not so good, but he's not well. I'm not making excuses for him, he's not himself. But today it wasn't an easy task, but we got through it. And then he fell asleep in the car on the way home, so I then put him straight in bed. I did all the food prep, which you've seen, and honestly I'm so happy I've done that. Anyway, we need to nip to IKEA today because 2 of the bedrooms at one of the Airbnbs don't have anywhere to hang clothes, and we've known it's been a bit of an issue. We've not had many complaints, but recently we had a couple of people say, oh, we could have done with some wardrobes, because there is one set of wardrobes in that house. We just never ended up putting anything in there, but it obviously makes more sense to have things. But we need sort of space saving. Can't have 2 big wardrobes in them 2 bedrooms because the bedrooms aren't big enough. Just pulled up at B&Q because Stefan needs 2 planks of wood in order to do this job as well. He's given us an hour and a half to get it done because he wants to get back from the football. Ronnie's in so much of a better mood now. It was hard from the minute he woke up. He was sometimes, or in the past, when he's been like that, once we've woke up, we have ended up abandoning whatever task we was going to do. Like, oh, this is no good, we're not doing this. And then we end up where we don't get jobs done because we've gone, oh, this is too much, and then we've just ended up staying at home. And sometimes when the child is in a tantrum phase, the best thing to do is change of environment. It's hard to get out of the house. You can feel your head's absolutely pounding because it's scream, whinge, and you've just got to ignore it. In this scenario, in our scenario anyway, the more you give that attention, not that as in Ronnie, but give the tantrum attention, the worse it gets. We've sort of learned that over the 2 years. So what we'd sort of do is just ignore it as best we can, get on with it, continue. Anyway, we put him in the van and his mood completely switched. I think sometimes being in the house or sticking in that same environment can just add fuel to the fire, basically. So I'm so glad we've managed to get out, but that's why I didn't pick my camera up. Dada!
Help me!
Help!
Help me! We'll put it in.
Wow, so strong.
Thank you.
Just a few bits and bobs. We've been for some Swedish meatballs and fish and chips. Well, we're about 3 hours on. We're out of IKEA.
No.
Yes?
It's here.
What you want?
It's here.
Give me a kiss then.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have these, I don't think.
Hi.
Can't get them off. Sorry. Where were the other ones? Yeah, we're heading straight home because it's a lot later than we thought it was going to be. I knew that job wasn't going to get done in an hour and a half. Got everything we need. It's just a case of going, fitting the rails in the rooms. Kira's gorgeous at this time of year. Like, I love the setups. Like, the living rooms, the bedrooms, the kitchen. They look so cosy. They look amazing. Like, whoever designs them, they just look so good. I get so much inspiration for our own home from IKEA. I absolutely love it. So this is the aftermath of all them pots after all the food prep. Oh my god. Yeah, sometimes I think we definitely need a dishwasher, but we've actually not got room for a dishwasher. We used to have a dishwasher here, but obviously I need a tumble dryer. I actually don't mind doing the pots. I actually don't mind it at all. But now my next job is, well, the stairs definitely need hoovering, but I'm not doing that tonight. But I did all the washing yesterday, and I just piled it on our bed, so I need to do that next. I've still got this hat on, absolutely still got this hat on. Okay, my darlings, I am going to end this little vlog here, only because I've got 7% on my battery, and I'm literally just going to do this, have a shower, and sit down, hopefully, with a cup of, oh my god, right, so Penny recommended chai tea. Yeah, chai tea bags. It was months ago. And I was like, oh, I really need to try that. Like, it sounds amazing. And she showed me which ones they were. And every time I've been in Aldi, they didn't have them. And I was like, what the hell? So I thought, these things don't exist. Anyway, I went into Aldi today. There was one box on the shelf. I was like, this is amazing. So anyway, got them home. I've had one. Wow. Like, it's tea. Like, it just tastes like tea. But it's just so nice and so refreshing. And, like, you don't put milk in it or anything. But it was bloody lovely. So thanks, Penny, for that recommendation, because I really liked it. Speaking of recommendations, we started watching The Iris Affair last night. It is a series. I think it's on Sky Atlantic, but you could probably get it somewhere else. But we watched the first episode last night and it was really, really good. We've got so many things lined up that we want to watch at the minute. But obviously I'm not going to recommend them until I've watched them. I think I've told you that I watched It Ends With Us, the film. Oh my god, what a film. Literally, it was just amazing. Like, if you can read the book and you haven't already, read the bloody book. But the film is also incredible. It was so, so good. And like, it's left me wanting more. Like, I want a second film. Like, I love the characters. I want to see more of them, you know? Because I've read the book, I felt like connected to them. Is that a bit strange? I am reading at the minute. I showed it you last week. Everything is Fucked, it's called. I keep going back to it and then I keep putting it down. I'm not finding it easy to read, but I'm going to try and stick with it as best I can. I'm on 5% now, I need to stop talking. I'll let you know how I get on with that next week. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for spending the Sunday with me. I really hope you enjoyed it. Go and follow me over on Instagram. It's at @JoldB_, and TikTok. It's @JoldB_. See you in my next one. Bye. Mwah.